What's up YouTube, JR Cig Reviews here, and today I am doing a review on the quintessentially British cigarette, Park Drive. Now I believe this is one of the few brands you can only buy in Britain. I think that is with Capstan as well, and Woodbine. I think you can only buy them in Britain. But anyway, back onto the cigarette. Well, just starting off with a cigarette anyway, as I was saying. Park Drive cigarettes. These have been around for a very long time. They were around about the same time as Woodbine cigarettes started. And the reason being is these were made by Gallagher, and Woodbine's was made by WD&H Wills, which was the main competitor. And obviously, back in the good old days, if you didn't smoke Woodbines, you would have smoked these, Park Drive. Now, as you can see here, it is split into two different compartments, as I'm about to show you. As you can see here, the whole technique of keeping them fresh. Finish that side and you can start on that one the next day. It's up to you. And I only just bought these yesterday, so that's why I haven't had that much. But anyway, let's get on to the cigarette. Now, as you can see here, an unfiltered cigarette, 70mm long, and it has Gallagher's Park Drive right there. As you can see, in block plain writing, which I'm a bit disappointed at because I would have thought, well, I would have liked it to be a bit more intricate, but you can't have them all, I'm afraid. And tobacco tone is light to medium at most. Definitely. Okay, let's get this lit up. Alright, first draw off the bat. It's pretty smooth. No harshness. But that's been with it's only the first draw. So that's why. Yeah, but it's pretty smooth going down. For an unfiltered, it should be a bit more strong, but it will get strong as you get down, obviously, as you get down more in the cigarette. But for the first draw of these, it's pretty smooth, so it's not too bad. I'm not getting too much flavour though. Flavour's a bit bland. See, because with a lot of cigarette brands, even with the first straw, you start to get that real taste of the cigarette itself, and now I'm not getting that, I'm afraid. It's quite bland on the flavour, so I'm a bit disappointed in that. And burning evenness, as you can see here, it's quite even, relatively even, with a bit of blotching on the paper, actually quite a bit of blotching on the paper, which indicates bad paper. So, but yeah. No, I'm still not getting that flavour. It says extra flavour on the tab, on the cigarette box, but it's not living up to that. I'm not getting the extra flavour it's saying that I should get. Instead, what I'm getting is a bit of chemical taste. It's not good. And another bad thing is I'm starting to get that bitter taste on the lips and at the tip of the tongue. With most cigarette brands, I've never had that, and this is the first cigarette brand that's actually caused that, and I'm not liking it. It's not good at all. Pretty disappointed in these. For the amount I paid for them, definitely. Draw's not too bad, but then again, that's with all unfiltered cigarettes. There's no filter to hold any smoke, so it's just coming through just as there. Well, yeah. Minimal harshness to the throat. For it being an unfiltered cigarette, I am surprised that it's actually quite smooth going down. Minimal harshness on the throat, but there is chemical taste there, and you do get the bitterness on your lips and at the tip of your tongue, and I'm not liking that at all. the first brand I've had that happen to me, and hopefully it's the last. I don't want that with any other cigarette brand. Minimal flavour. No richness to the tobacco. And quite a bit of chemicals in them. Ugh. I'm having to spit quite a lot because of it, because I don't want that taste. I'm trying to get it off my lips. Pretty disappointed in these, I'm afraid. For the amount I paid for them, they retail, well, where I bought them from, they retail at $8.19. So I have definitely paid way too much for these. I'm not liking it at all. And the other bad thing is I have to smoke them all, so that's even worse. So I'm gonna have to get through them as quickly as possible for my next review. But yeah, no. Would I recommend that you pick them up? No. Not for the price you're paying for them, no way. Nicotine hit is okay. But that's because that's with all unfiltered cigarettes. Nicotine hit is pretty good because one being that there's no filter to hold any of the smoke back, so you just get the full kind of tar content and the full nicotine content. But no, with these it's not pleasant at all. Not great cigarette, I'm afraid. And yeah, let's go on to packaging design. Alright, bog standard. Nothing special about these. It's simplistic, but in a bad way. I don't like the packaging design on these. They're very, very plain. Not good at all. And I got a bit of smoke in my eye. Ah, man. So yeah, not great cigarette. Coupled with shit packaging design. Well, it's not shit, but it's not great. Just very, very bog standard, as with most British cigarettes, British cigarette brands. They don't have that good a packaging design, I'm afraid. But these is by far the worst. No, definitely not pick these up. I would rather have Woodbines, or I'd have Players, definitely Players over these. Or Capstan. I would have them any day over these. No, I've paid way too much money for these, and I'm definitely not buying them again because they're shit. Well, they're not shit, but they're very average, poor to average. I would give it a rating. Okay, stats. Well, before I get onto that, burn time is okay, but that's with practically all unfiltered cigarettes, as they're packed a bit more tightly than your filtered ones, so obviously they burn a little bit slower, or they should do. These do, got quite a good burn time, but besides that, no, flavour isn't good. The aroma you're getting, it's not great at all, and the body is not good. Poor to average, I would give it. Not great at all. So yeah, I would give the chemical rating on them as well a 4 out of 10. You do taste the chemicals. It doesn't ruin it completely, the smoking pleasure, but it's not good at all. I would definitely give the chemical rating on these a 4 out of 10. Overall rating, very disappointed in these. I'd have to give them a 4 out of 10. Now that is poor by my, well, that's pretty poor by my standards. Don't like them at all. Don't pick them up. That's my recommendation. Either, if you're wanting a really good unfiltered cigarette, Capstan, Players, or Woodbines. Definitely a lot better than these. So yeah, not a great cigarette at all. Do not pick them up. And for the price they retail at, it's just it adds to the whole thing of not picking them up. So yeah, anyway, this has been a review on Park Drive cigarettes. And until the next review, goodbye YouTube.